Yo, 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 what's happening? What's good? What's good? Boy J Hustle checking in. Good morning for you guys on the Saturday morning. Yeah, just popped up. Well, I ain't just popped up, but ain't too long starting my day. I want to go ahead and knock this live on out. So Bobby girl, what's happening? Want to get into this first live here. Well, not first live, but the first video of this of the Tory Lanez case. Uh, should false accusers uh, be held? Should get the same jail sentences as the accuser? Well, we're gonna find that out later on in the stream. But I want to get into the video with Tory's attorney. He's up there speaking for him. So I want to share that real quick. So let's see here. All right. Got it. So here we go. We're gonna get into the attorney of Tory Lanez. So we're going to see what they have to say. Let's roll it.
Named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence.
So, to me, in my opinion, why did Tory take the fall for this girl? For him to be facing 10 years, for him to take accountability for all this stuff, when really he has no, and they just going around, and on top of that, they got lies after lies after lies on top of it. So they lying to everybody that at least support Tory or either in their fan base. They still said out flat out and lied. It's whatever.
Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example,
never had any gun residue in his hands neither. So that's kind of intriguing to me. So, but they knew this the whole time. They knew this the whole time about Tory didn't, and all this evidence that's came up about, they just put all this under the rug, and meanwhile, Megan Stallion is running around on these platforms, especially on Gayle King's and God knows what other platform she's been on, and she just stories changing, flipping and flopping. She said that there was intimate, then she turned around and said that there wasn't. It was a mess from the start, and I'm from the sentiment, well, I don't believe all women, because these are the type of situations, especially if you're money long. This the kind of stuff that you run into in this predicament, man. It's unfortunate for Tory. He has to do the time that he didn't even of a crime that he didn't even do. But that just goes to show, man, we got a broken reform system when you cry me in this Me Too movement. And I feel like they should get the same amount of time that they give the accuser, especially if they ain't do anything to come out and find out that they're innocent. It's crazy to me.
There were 3 potential suspects in the car that night. And the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken?
Exactly.
Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense? We don't know. It should have been taken. It's Unite the
I did
People's
know. You
understanding,
just ain't want to
regular
bring it about.
LAPD practice at a crime scene like that, anybody who's there, the DNA is taken. Another irregularity. Why, at Ms. Harris's police interview, was a non-lawyer, non-family member, record company executive allowed to participate? Highly irregular situation. Normally, we see cases.
And maybe because these record labels was in cahoots, they seen who was going to benefit them in the long run and have them bring them more lucrative assets to them in the near future. And they felt like, well, Tory was just a liability. We're gonna find out he's more of an asset than Meg. That's what I think. I think the record labels had a lot to do with this, and it was in cahoots with these lawyers and politicians. And at the end of the day, it's just a politician game.
Cases, strangers are not allowed in these things, but it was in this case. All of these things point to the highly irregular nature of his trial and his conviction. It is our contention that he was wrongly convicted. And while
I knew that from the start.
we at first were willing to let the process play out, it is our contention now that if he is not pardoned or released promptly, he may never come out. And that would be the ultimate injustice, is that he gets killed in prison for something he did not do. At this time, I'd like to bring up Mr. Gianno Caldwell, a media member who was working on that op-ed for the New York Post. Thank you.
Well, that was from Tory Lane's attorney that brought up new evidence on in this case. So yeah, I thought it was some BS from the start. Don't believe all women till you're innocent until you proven guilty. They never got him a chance to. He never had his partake of saying or his side of the story through this whole process. It was just, oh yeah, he did it. So, and it was an unfortunate situation, and it just threw at least 4 or 5 years of his life away, and it could have been out. And man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. So yeah, I do feel like uh that they need to have a whole May is accountable for perjury, along with the other girl with Kelsey, whatever her name is. I think she need to hold her accountable because this is all it's messed up, man. It's messed up. And not only that things like this happen to guys like us on the regular every day, this just goes to show, they if this going on with him and he has bread, you can imagine how they would do to us. So it's shit just crazy, man. It's crazy. So moving right along here, um, Jess Hilarious off of the Breakfast Club. She's I don't know what she decided to do or what she decided to be on before she got to work this particular day, but she seems like she's on some high. I don't know, but we're gonna get into this, and y'all just look at her body language and the way she acts, and y'all tell me if something's off with this lady.
free him right now, y'all.
Go ahead, Jess.
Look at
fly
her.
out there and bail him out
Period.
herself.
Yeah, she was like,
Period.
"What happened?" Like, you
Got
would thought that
these
this was a real
stamps.
man when I said
Like,
it in the room. Like, what happened?
Free him right now. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Because this happened so long ago.
it did. It did. I don't know if maybe they were just waiting for
Look
him to
how
get closer to bring him in for the
drowsy
question
she
or how
look,
that
man.
works. Because why can't you arrange something like that? Would have been my question. But
But you don't live in that country.
yeah, but you
Yeah,
still
well,
know he's Chris Brown. You can know how to get to him to say, "Hey, we need you to turn yourself in for the question."
Yeah,
Nah,
you
man,
can't.
If
if
I
you
got
don't go back to that
one,
country,
They don't
you're not-
reach
they're not
us.
gonna mess with
That's
you.
crazy.
He
Look
should
how
have known. He
slow
should have
she's
known.
talking, man. Look, just look how she's. Hold on, let me go ahead.
When he went back to the country that they had a warrant for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it had to be leading up because this guy, he was alleging Chris Brown hit him over the head with a bottle, and at the entourage like got to kicking him on the floor, and then he had to go to the hospital, needed crutches. It was like a whole thing. But yes,
No, he didn't.
that's
Look at her, man. She could barely talk on the mic, and I know everybody in the studio just laughing at her, man. She just, I think she's high as hell, in my opinion. I know what an incoherent person looks like, and this is what it looks like. And you can't use this. She ain't had enough sleep and all this other stuff. Now y'all can miss me with that. She just straight blatant look throw. I don't know what she was on, and she's talking about the Chris Brown incident over there in the UK. But you cannot tell me this girl is just on something. She really is. Just look at her body language. How she
He kicked
talk.
him while they was on the floor.
that's what the man is alleging. He's alleging that Chris Brown and his entourage
No.
smashed him over the head with a bottle and then punched him and kicked him as he laid on the floor.
That's crazy. Yo.
2 or 3 times. Yes. And Chris Brown was there because he
Other
has
times
10
he
dates
has
coming
a
up in
lot
the
of energy
area.
and-
So
Yes.
yeah, he was flying in to get ready for that. And
All sold out.
okay, I know that's right. Yeah, so there'll be some updates there. Now, switching gears to some other beefs. Tamar Braxton and Lonnie Love. The drama continues, the saga continues. Tamar Braxton was on the Nene Leakes show and she was talking about where she's at right now with Lonnie Love and the whole real situation.
Mhm.
And she had this to say about Lonnie Love.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
trying to
she
get
said
more to
big
the
black
point.
Cadillac.
Yes.
Yes.
What you
Oh,
thought?
I thought she said big black Cadillac. I was confused.
Either way, it's horrible.
So I guess they
But
give a
No,
couple of clips.
I used to have a
Kinda
2002
got away
Cadillac,
from her.
and it had 300,000 miles on it. So I like Cadillac trucks. So the only
Okay.
Yeah.
What's she like?
Lonnie is a great
Look at
person.
her
You know,
eyes
can't-
is just lit, glossy. Look at her. Her eyes is just shining, man. She's trying to keep the composure, but you can see it in the eyes, man. This girl is totally lit. I mean, lit. But then she's having the altercation with this girl here with the that's really taking over the I forgot her name, and she's helping the girl here really earn her spot. But I really think that they just brung in just hilarious for the DEI hire, and that's what the Breakfast Club's really built about. It's all about who they like. No, anybody with any credentials or potential that could really actually show their talent and help the numbers in the company. They overlook those people. So yeah, but she's lit. She lit. Salute to you, Thad. What's happening with you? But yeah, man, it's crazy. But nevertheless, we're gonna move on to the show.
She said it again
She said it twice?
after they got quiet. She brought it back in. She said, yeah, 'cause she just was
Oh, she
casual.
had that one waiting in
She
the
was
cut.
casually big back Cadillacing. Like she
Damn,
just
man.
kept bringing it
But
back
you-
in.
But you remember? Y'all
Look how
remember
dreaded
that
look how
one
she
moment
talking.
where Tamar
Look how she talking. She's just like lagging. Let me bring this back again in case of the others who didn't miss.
looked like a Muppet, and and Lonnie Love looked like she wanted to bust out laughing. And Tamar probably never forgot that.
Man, this girl high
Yeah,
as hell,
Lonnie
man.
just got a return fire. That's all. You can't. Don't let nobody call you a big bad Cadillac.
And
What
for,
else you got, Lauren?
And if you are, then you like an XT5 or XT6. You ain't the goddamn big.
Escalade.
Yeah, you ain't the big joint. You know what I
She's
mean?
gonna have us googling all the
Big
different
back Cadillac.
The Escalade is the big.
I would say
one.
like
the other
a-
ones are the
Man,
smaller
she is
version. It was
thrilled
like a
bad.
hybrid.
Can you see
Like
her
a
eyes,
Forerunner.
man? She's like, look
Like a
at her, bro. You
Forerunner.
can't
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Big back Cadillac.
All right.
Jess, did you just say Pathfinder?
Big
Yeah,
back Cadillac.
yeah.
She's a Forerunner.
Forerunner.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Just where
Boy,
the
she
jokes,
tore up
Lonnie.
in
I
there.
don't like when comedians get offended. I want comedians to come with the jokes.
She not
Tamar
offended.
not even. Oh, she not offended.
No.
Oh, okay, because Tamar not a comedian. She just funny. So
I
if you
feel
gonna
like
be,
I feel like she in a position where she just saying, "Well, fuck it, y'all gave my position to this other girl, so y'all favor her over me. So it is what it is. I'm gonna come here. I ain't gonna be here long." She probably got the mindset. I didn't realize that she used to talk to Country Wayne. I had no idea she was involved with Country Wayne, but that goes to show you how much attention I pay to these celebrities. I don't really too much care for them, one of them, but I just happened just to look across this and I saw a video where she was just slurring and uh incoherent and stuff like that, but she was throwed up there. I say you said there was a couple. Yeah, I didn't know, man. I didn't know. I thought Country Wayne put some top notch. Not to say that she's, what I'm saying, she's ugly or anything, but I just, you would think a guy like him, his caliber, would be a little such a, you know, a more profound pick, I should say. Yeah. So, let's play a few little minutes of the video and see how incoherent she is.
like a Forerunner.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Big back Cadillac.
All right.
Jess, did you just say Pathfinder?
Big back Cadillac.
yeah.
Forerunner is, oh my God.
Just where the jokes, Lonnie. I don't like when comedians get offended. I want comedians to come with the jokes.
She not
Tamar
offended.
not even. Oh, she not offended.
No.
Oh, okay, because Tamar not a comedian. She just funny. So if you gonna be
Yeah.
funny, I'm gonna be funny too.
Now, any other
That's
time
all.
to bring
Well,
up.
I need gonna say something.
For those who don't remember and why they even beefing, it's
Hold on.
because
Now, any other time they bring up picking on the person about how they this and how they that. Why they ain't point out the obvious when it came to her? I guess they're just gonna leave that alone to jump on that after the show, then, huh? Man, this shit crazy, boy. That's what you like, huh?
is after Tamar Braxton left The Real, she had started talking about the fact that she felt like Lonnie Love has something to do with her possible exit. So it's been a little bit of weirdness, but since then, and Lonnie Love came out and said, "Yo, she's welcome back" when the show was still happening. It's like a whole thing from that. That show is still shaking the girls up.
It's
Yes,
still kicking.
Lauren, ain't you going back to the courthouse today
yes, Lord.
for the Diddy case?
Yes, long days. I'm going back today. And the prosecution is going to, the defense is going to get their chance, Diddy's attorney, to come and have a conversation with Cassie.
So,
And after the claim she made yesterday,
yeah, that is how she was just all over the place on the show. She's high as hell, drunk, or whatever the case may be. She's very, very incoherent. At least that's what I think, in my opinion. But yeah, y'all can feel free to put y'all input on this one. Let's see here. I had another video, actually a little clip I want to play about this female saying that she would rather have a dude up under her making 32 hours or less than have a guy that has a lot of money. So we're going to see what she says and how y'all feel about it. Let me pull this up here. I'm getting a lagging situation.
Would y'all rather have a man that goes to work 50 plus hours a week and only thing he can do is financially provide, or would you rather have a man that can only work part time?
Let me bring this back. Let me start all over again. Hold on, let me bring it
Would
back.
y'all rather have a man that goes to work 50 plus hours a week and only thing he can do is financially provide, or would you rather have a man that can only work part time but helps around the house, takes out the trash, does the yard maintenance, helps with the kids, takes the kid to practice, helps cook, clean, all of that and above? I'm curious to know. I hear a lot of women when they talk about they want a man, they say they want a provider. And when they say provider, they only think financial wise. And the man lacks in the other aspects of, helping around the house, helping with the kids. And when they are left to do it, they are being told the things that they need to get done. Me personally, I'm going to take a man that can literally financially provide and help around the house. And if you only work 32 hours.
Well, I'm sorry. Sure, I ain't doing both. It's going to be one or the other. And number two, I got to make my own bread. So I don't even know how you seem to come out about with this now. And it's not all women that feel like they want all the same thing, and they all on up under this umbrella where they got to have this high value man, or want a man for this and want a man for that. And a lot of them do. A lot of them do. I ain't knocking it, but some guys really ain't. Most guys I know ain't going for this. They ain't sitting around no house, no goddamn all day chilling with kids. And for those of you that do it, salute to y'all. You know, ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying me in particular. I don't see myself uh doing it. I gotta be out making some bread. So and bring it back a little bit more and let her say what she got to say. Matter of fact, let me replay it because I kind of lost track about where she was at.
Would y'all rather have a man that goes to work 50 plus hours a week and only thing he can do is financially provide, or would you rather have a man that can only work part time but helps around the house, takes out the trash, does the yard maintenance, helps with the kids, takes the kid to practice, helps cook, clean, all of that and above? I'm curious to know. I hear a lot of women when they talk about they want a man, they say they want a provider, and when they say provider, they only think financial wise, and the men.
Hold on, could y'all hear that video? Dad, if you in the chat, can you hear that video? I don't know why it's not why it's not showing. It should be sharing. Let's see. Hold on for a minute. Let me see here. Present, share screen. All right, let's see. Let's see if try this again. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna play this back and let it rip.
I'd rather have a man that goes to work 50 plus hours a week and only thing he can do is financially provide, or would you rather have a man that can only work part time but helps around the house, takes out the trash, does the yard maintenance, helps with the kids, takes the kid to practice, helps cook, clean, all of that and above? I'm curious to know. I hear a lot of women when they talk about they want a man, they say they want a provider, and when they say provider, they only think financial wise, and the man lacks in the other aspects of helping around the house, helping with the kids. And when they are left to do it, they are being told the things that they need to get done. Me personally, I'm going to take a man that can literally financially provide and help around the house. And if you only work 32 hours a week, that's fine, because at this point we are a whole and our money is all combined. So it doesn't even matter how much you make or I make, our money is one. But when it comes to you helping around the house, all men cannot help around the house. Some men have to be told, take out the trash. Some men have to be told, I need you to help me with the kids. Some men have to be told that.
Some men has a lot to do throughout the day. And that sounds, peaches and cream, whatever, from how they trying to explain it. But you mean to tell me you will have a woman that has a man that's making 32 hours or less, yet alone the man himself really want to make more than that, and probably could feel. But then again, I don't know. You got to look at the situation, because if you're getting paid maybe 150 or $200 an hour working 32 hours a week, that's kind of still some good money. Like I say though, she hasn't got in the she didn't haven't bring the context of the story of on the dude situation. Now, if I'm making that kind of money and me getting paid per hour with less hours, then that's one thing. But just to have me sit around the house taking out trash, washing it on an off day, yeah. But consistently, I don't know about that. Yeah, 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 that is good money. If like I said, she didn't put everything into context. So if you making all this kind of money, if you're making like 100, 150, $200 an hour, and you working 32 hours a week, so you still bringing home decent as a person that's doing like a 40-hour, 48-hour work week, and you know it ain't bad money. But she didn't put everything in the context, so I'm assuming because that could go either way though. You can make more hour but less hours or whatever case may be, but we all know women gonna want a guy that's gonna provide and do everything. So we ain't gonna just overlook that. But some women may be a little more reasonable than others. Some of them do with the 50-50s, one of them do the 80-20, or they just look for the man to do the whole 100%, and then they're gonna hold their box hostage. Man, please, we ain't doing that. Nope.
The things that you need them to do, rather you having a man that knows I need to do this or this is what my wife is expecting from me. I take that over a man that can only provide. What about y'all?
So yeah, um, that was her, uh, Alicia Russian. I saw her over there on TikTok. Um, so yeah, I went and ran across that video, and I said, well, I want to kind of share it with my people and see what y'all think. But I ain't gonna be on here too much longer, man. Got to run out and do some things with the fam and stuff, and just be on my little daily run round. But those are videos I want to kind of address and just show y'all. But I'm gonna probably be back live a little later on. More likely probably tonight. And I'm gonna just get back, link up with y'all later on. If it ain't nobody, popping out live and stuff like that. So, around here you got to get in where you fit in. But yeah, man, I think Jess Hilarious was way over here at the radio station. I think she was really intoxicated or really, really high as hell for her to get put on blast like that. And the shit is crazy, man. Shit crazy. And the Tory Lane situation, I really do think that they need to hold Meg and the other young lady, Kelsey or Carrie, whatever her name is. I think they need to help hold them accountable. I think that they should get the same time. Um, they should get the same time that they were trying to give Tory. I think they need to free him, pardon him immediately. Have him to come out and put those two in because they're a detriment to the community anyway, especially Meg the Stallion. She's just she out here teaching girls all ages how to dance before they can walk. So I don't see how she's really adding anything to the community or just just her doing what she do. I just think that I never was a Meg listener or for that matter, a female rapper. I don't listen to now one of them because all they doing is just selling themselves for a bag just to have all the fame and fortune. So, and that goes to a lot of the rappers too. A lot of the mumble rappers and stuff like that. They're not saying anything profound. They ain't saying, at least say something, talk about something that's getting money. You're talking about getting money, blowing it on the necessary shit, but you're not even really adding value to anybody's life, but what I'm saying, drilling poison and all this kind of demon activity into the community. I did a video the other day, a YN shot his stepdad. I don't even know for what. I don't even know why. They didn't say, they didn't get into it. So I mean, maybe the stepdad would just. But even though the 16 years old, though, you took his gun, shot him, and stole his vehicle and drove it right on down the street to a park. This world going crazy, man. It's going crazy. But appreciate you, Thad. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm trying to twist it up a little bit. That's why it's less and less in here. So it is what it is. It's gonna get pushed into the algorithms, man, and to other peeps, man. But I'm just, you got to walk before you can run. So that's part of the game, man. Just the little struggle parts of it. But hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. All of them started out like this, so it is what it is. But I'm gonna continue to keep bringing some good topics to talk about, man. And we're gonna make it run like that. So again, I'm gonna try to come back again later on today because I got to run out and handle some things. I ain't wanting to make this live too much longer anyway. Y'all know how I do. I don't sit here and hold a whole audience and know. I used to back in the day, a 12-hour live, but it was just about some fuck shit. That's all it was. But anyway, I'm gonna slide up and out of here. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and appreciate y'all. Now I'll let y'all later. Peace.